Welcome to We've Got Words, the podcast no one asked for. I'm your host, Brent Neves, alongside my co-host, Cameron Ponte. Cameron, how you doing, bud?
I'll tell you how I'm doing, pal. I could be better.
Yeah, why is that?
Because apparently we've gotten feedback that I don't understand the meaning of co-host. I understand the meaning of co-host. I just don't appreciate it.
Well, fortunately, though, for me, maybe unfortunate for you, you said, we're going to listen to the fans. And they said, yeah, I don't know why he just doesn't let you call him co-host. And I go, oh, I agree. So that's the new thing.
I think
it flows better.
I think as an individual, I reserve the right to be upset about whatever I want.
Unfortunately, that's not how that works. So
Agree to disagree. I agree.
Ruling, beginning of the episode, Cam, you are my co-host and you can't get mad about it. You can make a face that you're mad, but you can't verbally say that you're mad. Just like that, ruling right off the bat.
Well, see, here's the beautiful thing. We each get one veto, and that's a veto from me.
Cool, we're just going to do this whole... Oh, cool, now the whole idea of the show is just done, because now we ain't ruling anything.
Well, I'd like to think that one becomes a free pass for the both of us.
Nah, I'm going to call you my co-host. Anyways, it's been a little bit for us. I know to listeners, it comes out every week because we're surprisingly doing pretty well with that. But for us, it's been a while. We took last week off. We were busy.
I mean, what can I say? I enjoy my leisure time.
You do. You do a little bit more leisure than work, but...
Well, I like to find a balance where it's like 70-30, leisure to work.
So you definitely leisure more than work?
Yeah, I feel like it gives me a clearer head, and it puts me in a better creative spot.
And then that 30% when you're working, half of it needs to take a break, right? So
well, half of that is bits.
Yeah, you do a lot of bits.
It's kind of like 70, 15, 15. You know what I mean? 15% work, 15% bits. But to be fair, a good chunk of the work that I do involves bits. So it's almost like they go tandem. And I think the bits really increase the show's content.
I mean, it increases something. I mean, I will say we're getting pretty good feedback. I mean, I think by the time we're recording this, a couple have come out.
No, I've heard everyone tell me it's trash.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
they're just lying to. I think they said you're trash.
You think they're lying to me?
Yeah.
No one lies to be extra mean. People lie to be extra nice. I think people don't think your ego can take the hit that you're trash.
No, I lie to be extra mean to you because I think it's funny.
Wait, you don't mean the things you say?
Most of them I do, but...
Do you really love me?
Definitely not.
Guys, a breakthrough! He doesn't think I'm trash.
Anyways, we had a busy week.
I see you looking at me like that.
Don't do that. You walked in a mood today.
That's not true.
And you know what? This is a big problem too, because I was actually looking at some video from episode 1 when you fucked everything up, and it was hilarious. First off, we'll probably put that out on like Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah, we are going to be starting the YouTube, just so the fans know. We're going to have a YouTube
But
channel.
It was very funny, and then you walked in with that same amount of energy, and I was like, it's funny, but also I can already feel the headache.
Well, good. Then it means my job was already completed before we even started the podcast. I hurt you, and that's my goal.
And then I was like, all right, cool, let's do some prep, then let's hop in there. And you're like, nah, let's just hop in.
Well,
like, no, we got to do some stuff.
Much like the listeners will see if they check out our lovely little short clip, I very much so run off the prerogative of, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, but it was funny, because then, like, all right, we pull up the, like, kind of the outline we have. None of your stories were loading.
That's not true.
One of your stories were loading.
One of them loaded.
Sorry.
And I think that was a pretty solid fucking story.
And I'm like, do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about this? And you're just jumping on the couch. You're yelling at me. You're walking in circles. I'm like, let's just fucking do it live, I guess.
Well, excuse me for having a creative process.
You know, I will say, though, I'm not saying you're right, because you're not right. But according to the last couple episodes where I just haven't cared, I mean, I went definitely a little overboard on last week's episode to the listeners.
We don't talk about episode 5.
I don't know, I thought it was great, but I think I am going to have less energy of caring. So, you know what, Cam?
I'm very proud of you for conceding.
Go ahead. Just go off the rails. What do you want to talk about? And silence. That's what I get. That's crazy.
You can't just give me so much control. I need the illusion of control so that I feel like a rebel, like I'm doing something wrong when I'm actually making things right.
And I need the illusion...
reverse psychology,
and I need the illusion that I'm not doing anything, but really you still need me to do everything.
Yes.
Okay, well that seems unfair.
Yeah, I need the illusion of freedom. I'm like the average human being. I need to feel free when I actually am completely bound by my own destiny.
Crazy. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm just gonna kind of look past that and move on.
Everything.
It means something. But anyways, we had a kind of a crazy week last week. Went to Dropkick Murphys.
We did. That
was a lot of fun.
A very good show. The openers were just okay.
They were awful.
But Dropkick Murphys, they did a fantastic job. They really made me feel green inside, if you know what I mean.
It was a great concert to go to just drink and not give a fuck about anything. We had 12 rounds. No, I think we had 10 rounds.
Well, so the thing is you had this ridiculous rule of every time I get up to go to the bathroom, we have to get a drink.
Which, hold on, everyone should know, was about 12 times.
It was not 12 times.
You were shitting your brains out.
I took 4 shits.
Bro, you took a shit. We walked about literally 10 steps
to be fair,
took a shit in another bathroom.
One of those shits was after the concert. So it was only 3 shits during the concert.
I just couldn't believe you walked into the bathroom, took a shit, walked out. The very next bathroom, yeah, I gotta take a shit. Wild.
Listen, man, if my stomach feels like it's about to drop a fucking load, it's happening. There's no stopping that.
And every time you went to the bathroom, well, I mean, there was no line at the bar, so of course we're gonna grab a drink.
No, it was before we even left the seats to go to the bathroom. You said, if you're gonna make me get up, I'm gonna make you drink. And I said, you're more than welcome to stay here. And you said, no, I want a drink.
Yeah.
That's not fair to me.
I think it's very fair. And it wasn't my fault that we had no food for that entire fucking journey until...
It was kind of your fault.
It was not my fault.
It was kind of your fault because we walked in and we were like, oh, Frank Pepe's? And you were like, the line's too long.
And you said, yeah, the line's probably too long.
What am I going to do? Disagree with you? You know the place better than I do.
And then you said, oh, speaking of knowing the place better, you said, oh, there's this bar right next to the entrance. We'll just go there. I said, oh, okay. Not really knowing where you were talking about until halfway in our journey. We walk around the entire place. Then I realized what place you were trying to take me to. And Cam, it was literally the place right behind us. We walked around in an entire circle just for you to take me right behind us.
I'm sorry. It's called a journey.
But at least the food and drinks were good there, right?
You didn't let me.
No, because there was a line.
Oh, you and these fucking lines, dude. You're so impatient.
Then we go back to Frank Pepe's with no line now. And then we get out of line because no one was seating us. Probably because that line was all sitting down.
You really have an impatience issue, and I think you need to address that.
So anyway, that's why we didn't eat. Cam's fault.
We ate after.
Yeah,
and we ate
midnight.
An ungodly amount of food, which also made me need to shit.
You were so mad at me. I was just kind of trying to make you drink. I got a pitcher of Peroni, and you barely ate it or drank it.
Well, to be fair, I had a sip, and then I was like, this doesn't taste good. I wasn't a fan of it. I've had Peroni before. I've liked it. I've enjoyed it. For some reason, it didn't taste good. So I was like, why am I going to sit here and force myself to drink something that I ain't fucking feeling?
And then you didn't even want to go to the strip club afterwards.
Because I had the shit.
We were partying that whole time. Yeah, I just can't. I have to mention, Cam, you broke when you...
I didn't break shit. I hear you just fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, I don't need the headphones.
You keep telling me to talk louder anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So this, if anything, this is your fault.
Honestly, I think it's fine. I think the listeners of this show know that we just can't do anything right. So I think they'll just forget about it. But anyways, I will say I am glad we got to get a lot of drinks at the bars because I don't know about you. I don't know how the bathrooms were in there. But there was some crazy people there that I had so many journeys and adventures that I don't know if you actually know everything that happened when I was waiting for you outside the bathroom.
I don't know because I was a little distracted. I was, shitting 3 times.
Yeah, you tough.
But what the fuck happened outside when I was shitting?
So the best thing that happened, totally unprovoked, by the way. Okay, you know me. I'm not one to provoke reactions. Never.
Yeah. Let's live in that world.
I'm just saying. I'm not that type of guy. So I was just leaning up against the wall, waiting for you to get a drink because you were fucking in there shitting again, and I was texting you, which was funny. And some random old dude who was missing 5 teeth. Right?
Happens when you're old.
Happens. But I don't think it was because he was old. It was probably because he does meth. It was that type of tooth loss.
Hey man, when you're that old, you can do meth.
And he's dressed up in his Irish drip, and so am I, right? St. Patrick's Day, I'm drinking, Dropkick Murphys, it was great. Just sitting there, minding my own business. He comes up to me, he stops, he looks me up and down, and I'm like, yo, am I about to fight this dude? I had no clue what was going on.
Hold on. Maybe he wanted to fuck you.
that was the other option, regardless, it was gonna end up in a fight.
You could have had a slightly less toothy blowjob.
I mean, he probably definitely does suck dick for money.
Well, if he does
the
meth,
meth.
how do you think he gets the meth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? I didn't say anything. I was like, crazy people, whatever. And then he just looks at me and goes, huh. And I thought the Irish were supposed to be attractive. And then just leaves. Like, what the fuck was that supposed to mean?
I think it was the universe telling you to check yourself.
No, I just think maybe he was like determining if he wanted to fuck me or something.
No, see,
I'm glad that he didn't.
I like to think that it was like a cosmic guide in the universe set out to bring things back into balance. I think you felt too full of yourself, and he was like, the universe was like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna take him down a peg. We're gonna show him.
And then all the cute like girls that were like working there, I was like looking at them like, should I get a second opinion? Like, or do they agree with this dude? Because I did nothing to deserve that.
You should have 100% gotten a second opinion.
I should have.
I would have told you you're a solid 6.
Dude, maybe he heard about our idea to go up to people and just tell them if you like them or not. Oh, he was a listener.
He's a listener.
Oh,
that makes
that episode
sense.
was out by the time too, I think.
Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense.
You know what? I'm not mad at the guy. I mean, he came up to me and he was wrong, but he was honest. He came up to me and said, not for me. You know what?
You got to be more like that guy.
I just realized that.
But also, how you doing, buddy? Because, I mean, for a toothless old man to tell you that you're not handsome, that hurts.
Maybe he was like flirting with me. You know, like when like you have like a schoolboy crush on someone, like, you know, in the schoolyard, you pick on the girls and.
I'm pretty sure it's a schoolgirl crush.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna compare myself to a little girl.
You do it constantly.
No. Did I?
You'll always be a little girl in my eyes, Brent.
That sounds like I should get help. But yeah, that was my like.
So you think he was like negging you?
Oh, and then I saw this other guy, and I don't know if this is supposed to mean something. I've never been to a Dropkick Murphy show before, but it seemed out of place. Maybe it's not. But this guy, there was 2 of them, matching shirts, and no one else had these shirts. Just these 2 guys. And on the back, it was a black shirt, and on the back in white letters it said, "Fighting Nazis since 1996."
That's a hell of a battle.
So I was like, good for them. And I was like, why are you telling me? They've been fighting Nazis since I've been alive.
Yeah.
But like,
because they've been waiting for you.
But why announce that to the world? It wasn't branded. It wasn't. I don't know. Does that mean something to you? Is that like a?
Well, you know, it means that they have a strong stance against Nazis.
Like, is that a Dropkick Murphy song or something? I don't know. But I just thought that was also out of place.
Hey, man, it's turbulent times in America, okay? It doesn't matter when you're fighting Nazis. It matters if you're fighting Nazis, okay?
I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So that's the most American shirt I could ever see.
But it was a great time. And then when our seats were right next to a leprechaun.
It was a man dressed as a leprechaun.
And it was crazy because we eyed him right when we walked in at the bar. I was like, yo, this guy, he's the target. And we were sitting right next to him. Yeah. Wild.
And then he tried to move away from
He did, but I wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I made the other friend of
No, that was weird. No, I did not like that at all. That man was aggressively, like, he had to have been on something. Like how much he was like aggressively into the show and then like trying to bring his girlfriend into it, and she seemed definitely not as interested.
The best part was though when they stood up and they were dancing and, you know, having fun and everything, I looked at you and was like, that guy's gonna be my new best friend. And you looked at me like, please don't, but I know it's going to happen. Rose Tattoo comes on, we start dancing, high five right over an aisle of people. It was great.
I don't like that you believe I'm that easily replaced as your best friend.
It was just that easy. All it takes is to get drunk at a concert.
One high five from a guy who's too excited at a concert, and I'm just trash. That is not how we met.
Oh, really?
We met in high school at the lunch table.
Where I gave you a high five across the lunch?
No.
I remember it differently.
Yeah, because you are a psychopath and you make up stories in your head. You know how many times I have to correct you on shit that's happened between us?
Like never.
All the time.
And they're called incorrecting me. That's what you do.
You're an idiot.
But that was my experience at Dropkick Murphys. I mean, then I didn't go to work the next day. It was great. It was a great time.
My experience was kind of shitty.
Yeah, why? I wonder why.
Yeah.
Probably the 12 shits.
It was 3.
Yeah, well, okay. It was 4, 3. Your story.
It was 3 at the concert.
It was 12.
It was 3.
Okay. Agree to disagree. How about that?
Fuck you. How's that sound? But
then we didn't end up recording because then we had like actual St. Patrick's Day where we were drinking and having fun. And
Yeah, you made me do an Irish car bomb, and I was not happy about that because I don't like Guinness.
yeah, well, I don't care.
Fair enough.
So it was fun. And then I watched the F1 qualifying race in Spanish.
That was an odd choice.
It wasn't my choice.
I mean, kind of.
Looking forward to it. Months and months without F1. Huge F1 guy for our listeners. And I was like, all right, cool. Qualifying. They were in Australia. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to start seeing it. And for some reason, it was on ESPN like U, which I get all of them. I get ESPN Plus, 1 through 3. I get all of them. But I don't get U for some reason. And all last year, I never had this problem. But I could get it in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I was going to pay for F1 TV, but I'm like, this shouldn't be a problem. And the race the next day was on regular ESPN. So I was like, maybe I'll just watch it in Spanish. And I didn't know what was going on. But I think I was more cultured by doing it.
I mean, to be fair, if you're watching something like F1, you don't need the commentary.
I need the commentary.
You're just watching people make left turns and shit.
No, they make they make right turns too.
Listen, I drive every day, okay? F1 is not impressive.
Yeah, I would love for you to drive one of those cars. You would kill yourself.
You want to see it? We'll hop in the RAV. I got the RAV4 right outside. I'll take you around. And I'll even talk in Spanish if it'll make you happier.
Well, that would be funny. But I don't think you could start a Formula 1 car.
I mean, I bet I could figure it out. I'm
bet
sure
you
it's
could
intuitive.
not.
It's intuitive.
Just like everything else that we do is intuitive.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's intuitive.
If you say you can start an F1 car, by that you mean you'll try it, I'll do it, and then you'll look at me and go, yeah, see, it's intuitive.
No, I'd go, yeah, no shit. Of course you know how to do it. That's how it's done. That's how cars start. You get the engine going, yeah?
That's what we did last week. See, it actually really helped that we recorded so many episodes because then we had that beautiful weekend together.
I mean, when you say it like that, I don't really like the optics there.
I think that sounds
I
fine.
don't think we've ever had a beautiful weekend together. I think we've had fun weekends.
We had that beautiful night, Thursday night. We watched, we got a new favorite movie. We loved that movie. What was it?
I wouldn't call that a beautiful night.
We had so much fun. We watched Mousetrap.
It was fun, but not all fun is beautiful.
That's that for our listeners. Mousetrap is that movie of like Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse property that like it looked like just a bunch of friends did. Dude,
that was such a low budget movie that I don't even know how else like I can talk about. Like it was entertaining because you go in and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be bad. So let's enjoy the shit trip, you know?
Well, I love how they went into it not being like, oh, this is a good movie, because the idea itself is funny and like a spoof, right? So you go into it being like, all right, I'll get a few laughs, but it's meant to be a horror thing, whatever. And then you realize, oh, this is like a bad movie. The acting, the set decoration, like it's bad. But then you look at
the dialogue was awful.
But then you look at the actors and actresses and you go, oh, wait, they know they're like, I think they are really good actors and actresses, but they're pretending to be bad because it seemed like everyone was in on the bit.
Nope.
And
I
then
think they were just bad.
And then it just ends.
Well, yeah, the ending was terrible, but what did you expect from the rest of the writing?
I really enjoyed it.
I know you did.
It was so much fun.
I think you enjoyed it because you looked at that and said, I could do that. I think that's the only reason you enjoyed it, because you were just like, I could be an actor. This movie made me believe.
Dude, for those people who have seen that movie, who listen to this podcast, very small circle, okay? But they got to be out there. Please, like, let us know if you think we could be those cops. Because, dude, that's what we would be if we were actors. Like, honestly.
No, we would be better than
No,
that.
we would not be.
We would 100% be better
I wouldn't
than
be.
Them. Well, okay.
You would
fine.
have
I'll agree with you. Yeah, you'd be trash. I'd be great.
You would have a stupid look in your face saying the most cliche lines that no one's ever heard of.
Again, that's writing,
and
though.
I'd
that's
be an
not
idiot.
the acting. It's how you deliver it. You can deliver a cliche line and make it sound believable. But when you're a terrible actor, it's always going to come out bad.
I don't think they gave him that much writing. I think they just said, yeah, I don't care. Fucking say whatever you want.
No, they didn't improv that movie.
It was very low effort, but it was great, and I was there for it.
No, again, like I said, it was enjoyable. After I was able to set my expectations as low as they can get, it was an enjoyable film. But it was mostly enjoyable because it's like we're laughing at it, not with it, you know?
I kind of want to see the like all of them in that universe, because there's a Winnie the Pooh one.
I don't think it's the same universe.
No, I think that's like the idea.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's not.
We'll have to look into that. But no, I'm pretty sure it's just like a separate whole thing.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like kind of because they have like 3 of them. Or I think the second one is the Winnie the Pooh 2. But yeah,
We'll
I
check
know
it
they
out.
said they're gonna make another one, but I don't know like what they announced. It's another like IP that's coming up, and
Public domain.
yeah, which I cannot wait because if the movie like that, we're seeing it in theaters.
I don't know if those movies get released
We-
in theaters
we
because
gotta-
they're bad.
They gotta start a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter because I mean I'm here for it.
No, here's
Take
the thing.
all my money.
Here's what we need to do. We need to make sure that the fans know me and Brent are willing to act in any movie that you write and fund. We don't even necessarily need to be paid for this. I just think the experience of me and Brent proving that we could be better actors than those cops is worth it.
Or at least we would do a better job at playing into the bit.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm
100%. Because we could be a lot more self-aware than them.
Like,
We're no
imagine
worse than
how fun set would be. We'd be like, yo, what scene did you just do? Yo, get this. I fucking made this face for 20 minutes straight. Like,
Great
that would
face,
be
buddy.
great.
them. Great face. I should have gotten a picture of that.
It's on camera.
Yeah, but that's going to be
As
a whole
you
thing.
you don't know, you should not forget we do have a video, Cam.
Well, it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, it might be.
It's going to be on YouTube.
Watch, this is the time that it's not going to be on YouTube.
No, it'll be there. I
Yeah, we'll
promise.
see. Yeah,
I have
that's
faith in us.
the last thing I want to bring up because I feel like we've had so much to talk about. Fuck what we actually do for the podcast. Let's just talk about what
Hey.
we've done.
I like just talking to you, man. I think you're a wonderful person and you don't need a story to be interesting.
I only like talking to you when I have content.
That's
So-
not fair.
But anyways, so I just forget how much you pissed me off. You walk into my house.
What the fuck did I do?
Oh, I'm about to tell you. You walk into my house and you have a monster because we're recording pretty late. All right. So awesome. I was like, in that bag is going to be a monster for me too, right? You say no.
I got that monster like 4 hours before. I had 1 sip left in it.
But it's fine because you got me another gift.
I told you. I was like, I have a surprise.
You do, right? And I was super excited. I was like, what could it be? Is it late night snacks? Is it drinks? What is it? It was a CVS bag. I would have never guessed this in a million years. You got fucking a bag of Dum-Dums.
I like a lollipop.
The lollipop.
I've been
Cool.
craving Dum-Dums for like weeks, bro.
That is,
Those are like the lollipops, dude.
no blow pops.
Yeah, you would like a blow pop.
Yeah, I like the
Extra
gum.
big in your fucking mouth with a little surprise at the end. Yeah, that tracks.
I just like, that's like, remember when I said your orange soda craving was the worst thing ever?
Okay.
This is definitely the worst craving ever.
You
Are you pregnant?
are gonna sit here and tell me that you have never just craved orange soda?
Yes, I am going to
That
sit
is
here
the most
and tell you I've never done
ridiculous
that.
statement I've ever heard. You are inhuman.
But I will tell you this, I will crave orange soda before a Dum-Dum. And then
Equal craving.
And then you come over and you're like, yeah, it's got all the good flavors. And you list the most basic fucking flavors. Blue raspberry, cool, eat a Jolly Rancher. They got cherry, cool, normal flavor. Watermelon, if I like Dum-Dums, the flavors I like are the cotton candy
Garbage.
and the bubble gum
Fucking trash.
and the butterscotch.
You have the worst tastes in the history of mankind.
Because those aren't flavors you normally see. You can get cherry
That's why I
anything.
don't fucking want them. If I want a butterscotch, you go eat a goddamn butterscotch.
Then why get Dum-Dums? Get literally any other candy that's
Because
better.
Dum Dum has a quality pop and flavor.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
That is bullshit.
It's not. I don't know what to tell you.
There's a reason why you
You-
buy them for a nickel.
You don't buy them for a nickel.
I'm
That's
pretty
not,
sure.
that's not the price of a pop.
Cam, how much was that bag?
I don't remember.
Like $3 maybe?
Maybe.
And there's like 100 in there?
No, there's not 100 in
Like
there.
50?
No.
Yes.
It's
The bag said at least 50.
you don't know that for sure.
So go ahead. If I had my phone, I'd do the math, Cam. Not that expensive.
Okay, but they're delicious.
And then you get mad at me for
And it's the
fucking
perfect
biting it.
name for a lollipop. Well, yeah, because you bit it like a fucking savage. It's been in your mouth for like 2 minutes, and then you're fucking munching on it like you've never had a fucking lollipop
It's
before,
because
you
lollipops
psycho.
are not a snack. There's something, if you're like, oh boy, I want to enjoy a somewhat shitty candy for the next 25 fucking minutes. Who says that? Why?
You sucking on it.
And then
You're
you had-
getting a consistent flavor profile into your mouth for an extended period of time.
And then you had to stick for like another 25 minutes.
Look, because sometimes I like to chew on things.
It's just the fucking, get gum.
I don't eat gum. I got a stick.
It's
I got a
just
stick
wild.
with a pop.
Better
It's
yet,
like the toy at the bottom of the cereal box.
get a blow pop. Because then you have the popsicle or the fucking, what are they called? Lollipop. And then you have gum. You don't need a stick.
Listen, blow pops are a decent lollipop. But at the end of the day, I prefer a Dum Dum. I've had so many blow pops
Do you
in
like
my life
Smarties
as a kid.
too?
Smarties are okay, but they're not like a go-to.
And then you tell me, well, if you didn't want the stick, get hard candy. Yeah, hard candy is better because
It's not.
It still sucks,
It's
but
not,
it's
though.
a lollipop with no stick.
Yeah, but you don't get a stick.
You don't need a stick.
Everything's better with a prop, Brent.
I just thought that was
Would
wild.
you rather have a regular hot dog or a corn dog?
I don't like shoving long objects in my throat. So
First of all, yes, you do. You prefer a blow pop over a dum dum, and that's significantly bigger.
they all suck. First off,
No, they don't.
yes, they do. I got them.
No, the pops don't suck. You suck the pops.
You suck, pops.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but anyways, that I just wanted to tell you, I will not be eating those fucking dum dums.
You know what?
You
I'm done conversing with you. Just put a story on.
I love
I'm
how
so
you,
mad
no,
at you
I
right
also
now.
love how you said, "Don't worry, I'll leave them at your house." I don't want them.
No, I said I'll leave the shit flavors at your house. And it turns out that that's the best thing I could have said because all the shit flavors are the ones that you like.
Well, because they're the good flavors.
No,
But-
they're not. I bet you like the mystery flavor too.
I do.
Weirdo.
If you are listening to this podcast, tell us what your favorite flavor of Dum Dums are and why I'm right and why Cam is wrong.
Okay.
If you say
hold on,
cotton
hold on.
candy, mystery flavor, butterscotch, and bubblegum, you're cool.
If they agree with me, are you going to agree that you're wrong?
Yes, I will. Because I know they're not.
Fantastic. I will share this podcast with every single individual that I've ever met in my life.
Don't go to the
so
cherry
that you
community.
can find out that you're an idiot.
You gotta ask normal fucking people.
I will ask normal people.
Okay.
Fuck you. How does that sound? I'm mad at you now. You know
That's
how
all it
you've
took?
been mad at me for like every single episode? I'm mad at you now.
Totally.
Okay? And you're going to have to find a way to make it up for me. Because I'm really upset.
I mean, maybe I know how I can make it up for you.
How? You're going to get me a dum-dum?
No. You're not. Also, you put. I hate to go back to the Dum Dum thing. You literally were
You're a
like,
dum-dum.
you were literally like, all right, cool. I'm like, would you think you're gonna like eat that on a podcast? That is the worst snack to eat on a podcast. No one wants to hear for fucking an hour. No one wants to hear
I
that.
would have gone away from the mic and
No, you
taken
wouldn't
it out when I spoke to you.
Yeah, and then it would be welcome to the Brent Neves podcast where it's just me and not Cam when he eats a fucking dum dum in the corner.
I would be there.
You would not be.
Maybe dum-dums make me creative.
Hey, if people want to hear a podcast where it's just me and Cam eats a dum dum in the corner, let us know that too, because we can make that happen.
Oh, do not say that because our viewers will say yes to that.
You should take that as some criticism and get better. Then
No, I take it as people want to see me happy.
they just want to see you. They want to see you
They
watch
want
me
to
do
watch
stuff.
me be happy.
That's like that's someone's kink.
I mean, yeah, it's called love. Love is when you get off seeing someone else happy.
Are you advocating for cucks right now?
No.
It sounds like you are.
No. I like seeing you happy, man. I
Okay.
like to go out of my way to make your life a little bit better.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Why do you think I always give you massages, dude?
We don't need to go into that.
Oh, what? The people can't know that I got good hands?
We do got
You told me I got killer thumbs, dude.
you do. You got good thumbs.
Thank you.
Your brother has better hands. You got thumbs.
That's weird. See, when you say it like that, that's weird.
It's true.
You also make the weirdest noises when you get massaged.
Well,
You sound like you're coming. And that's
Sometimes I do.
uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable.
I mean, it feels good.
It feels like I'm being sexually harassed.
You know what's weird though? Because like I love getting massages. So a normal person would say, oh, "Well, go get massages." Like you could get it done whenever you go in. You know.
I know a guy who can direct you to a rub and tug if
No,
you
thank
want.
you. But here's the thing. I like when my friends give me massages.
That's weird.
Well, because I can't make those noises like if I go in public. You know, they're gonna ask questions. You guys don't give a fuck.
No, honestly, I think most masseuses are pretty much used to people making weird noises and having odd reactions to a massage.
See, this is why I wish we were famous, because if we were famous, we could go in and say, hey, can we record you giving me a massage? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, they're famous people doing a massage. And I think that would be hilarious.
I mean, you can just do that.
I can?
You can, I mean, yeah.
Can you be there? You like seeing people happy, so...
Sure, I'll be there while you get a rub and tug.
You can film me.
Yeah, I'll film you get a rub and a tug.
Okay, I don't know if I agreed to that, but...
No, okay, so here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll set everything up. You just have to show up and go with whatever happens.
Deal. That seems like a bad idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the OnlyFans.
Hey, Cam, do you want to get into the podcast?
No.
No? All right, fuck it. No, I think we should probably get into the podcast. So, Cam,
But what if I had more questions for you?
are they good? Do you actually have more questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what?
How's your dick?
You gotta stop asking that.
You can't get mad at me for asking that. I'm curious, and I want to make sure that you're healthy.
You called me.
I don't know if you take care of it.
You call me at the most random times and ask that, and it's not a question that gets asked.
Oh, I'm sorry that I care about my friends.
All right, care less.
I don't want to care less. That's triggering to me
Do you know
to
what
say
I-
that.
do you
because
know what
I've
I
said
care
that
about?
and I regret it.
Do you know what I care about? Domino's Pizza.
So what's the next story that we have?
Oh, hey, my Domino's
Oh,
experience. I got you there. No, but it
this
actually
is
does
what I
relate.
get for not reading the
It does
stories.
relate because at the time of filming, half off Domino's pizzas.
We're not sponsored by Domino's. Don't
You're right.
fucking don't
No,
try
you're
to
right. No,
convince
you're right.
people that this garbage pizza place is having deals.
You're right. Here's the thing, Cam. I want to say good things about it because I do like it, but at the same time, you're right. They're not giving us money, so thank you for burping outside the camera. I
You're
appreciate that.
Well, it wasn't the camera. The camera caught it all. It's outside of the mic.
True. They'll see that now that we have a YouTube. Anyways, so I'm gonna try something new. All right.
Okay, are you gonna be nice to me?
No, that's not happening. So instead of just asking like, "Oh, finding a Reddit story, am I the asshole? Let's get advice." I realized maybe I don't care about that. So I just found a crazy story, kind of like the ones we've been telling. Only this one made it to Reddit, and this is called "My Domino's Experience."
Sounds pretty mundane to me.
Okay, and the tagline is "Best phone call to Domino's." Now I'm gonna warn you, I didn't read this, so we're trying something new. I hope it's funny.
I'm so proud of you
Yeah, I know. I
for
said
taking
low
my
effort.
lead.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but anyways, do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
You know what? You've been so gracious and sweet today that I will read it.
Thank you, but I will commentate, so don't worry.
Do you want me to read who it's from?
I don't care. Sure, it can.
This
I
is
don't care.
from all caps, Gunless Wreck.
Now, I think that this would be something. I've kind of forgot. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I think this is something that I would do or be involved in, but I'm not gonna lie. I haven't read the story. I'm just taking a stance on that, and I'm really hope it's something good and funny.
Hey,
If it's
you know
something
what?
bad and makes this person go to jail, I'll own up to it. But I feel like I could be in the story. So
What a beautiful preamble.
thank you.
I'm really proud of you for that, bud.
Sorry, reading the
Are
story.
you happy?
You know what's even better? Cam?
Are you happy though?
I am happy.
Does that make you happy?
I am happy, and I won't even scroll.
Oh, yeah. How
I
happy
won't
does it
even
make you?
scroll as you read the story. Just go for it.
So my buddy's girlfriend, my girlfriend, and I were getting drunk on a Saturday night.
Great, love it. That's what we're doing.
We decided around 12:30 a.m. we wanted some pizza.
We're gonna be doing that too.
I don't want Domino's though. So we called Domino's. When the lady answered the phone, I was not aware Domino's saves contacts and info if you call the store.
We cannot confirm that that's true, but they might. That seems reasonable.
Some pizza places do that.
Huh.
I've experienced that.
Okay.
In parentheses, for this story, we will call her Jill.
You love it when
And
they
I
give them names.
love when they give them names.
Jill, you know what I'm talking about?
Huh. Yeah, I got Jill right here.
Yeah,
dude.
I got two Jills. Well, yeah. If you're dyslexic, you got two Jills.
I think you have a Jack and a Jill.
Interesting. Anyways, read on.
So Jill answers the phone and proceeds to tell me my name, number, and delivery address before I could. At first, it didn't mean anything to us, but since we were drunk and partying, we were a little rowdy.
As we always do. Get rowdy.
I mean, when you're excited for pizza and you're drunk, I get that.
I've done some crazy shit for pizza.
Well, calzones.
Yeah, calzones, man.
Almost lost a tooth.
I
but-
did lose a tooth.
Well, not the whole thing.
No, the whole thing.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip. And then they went, yeah, this is fucked. And they took the tooth out. Now I have a fake tooth.
Hey,
Crazy
man.
things for fucking calzones.
It just adds more to you being like a sketchy, like backdoor salesman kind of guy. That's the vibe you give me.
Okay, read on.
Yeah, you creep. She, I guess, took a liking to our party rowdiness and proceeded to text me personally as she got my number from my account info. This could get sexy.
That's hilarious. Imagine.
Well, he has a girlfriend. That's probably
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, but here's the thing though. Just imagine working at Domino's and being like, oh, yo, they ordered a pizza. They sound like they're having a good time. Yo, let me text them. We're going to that party. That's hilarious. I
would
love
it.
I love this girl.
Yeah.
Like,
She's in it for the bit.
so are you down to order Domino's?
I don't think Jill's gonna be there.
You don't know. I'm just saying, think
I don't
about
think
it.
Jill's gonna be there.
Read on. I think you might be convinced.
Okay. She asked if we wanted some brownies and was gonna come over. Hot.
I know, bro, right?
I like Jill.
Cam, this could happen at Domino's.
Our drunk asses didn't realize she was talking about drugs.
Even better.
One hell of a night.
Great.
Before we realized it, about 6 girls show up to the apartment and ask where I was. Keep in mind, my girlfriend is sitting right next to me. Dude,
That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this porn and it does not go how you think.
But, dude, then all of a sudden, 7 girls are fucking him. Is that how it goes? It goes exactly the way I think, huh?
We'll watch it after.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
But, Cam, imagine you could order a pizza. We could just sound like we're having fun. Boom, 6 girls to our apartment. That's how we get girls. We were asking. This is, you know.
Listen, I think more pizza places should disguise themselves as strip clubs. And when you like order the extra large with I don't know, titties.
Hey, Cam. I'm
Girls
so
show
glad you started mentioning strippers. Please read on. I was reading when you were talking to me because I don't like listening to you. So keep reading.
You want to scroll up a little bit?
I'll give this to
So
you
I can
and you can scroll.
Buddy, this is new.
Yeah. I don't want to do work.
Thank you. I feel so much more
Okay,
empowered with the mouse.
Now
over here.
read the story.
I'm excited. I don't know. I mean, it's a responsibility on the show. I like it. Okay. Awkward time. That wasn't me being weird. That was in the story.
Yeah.
Straight out of a movie. Girls started stripping on the table.
This is fucking great.
Yes, dude. Girls on girls. Apartment trashed. Drugs everywhere. Noise complaint. It's hot. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, I didn't get in trouble, as I didn't know about the drugs till they were already at the apartment. Unfortunately for Dean,
Dean, this is
he
where I could
left
be.
in handcuffs and ate about two-thirds of a weed brownie.
Call me Dean.
It happens.
2/3 of the weed brownies, not
Of the weed brownies.
of the weed brownies that she brought.
I'm so sorry. I did read that wrong.
Cam, call me Dean, bud.
That's wild. He was so drunk and high as they were taking him out of the apartment. He looked me dead in the eyes and screamed, "Fucking Dean!"
Fucking Dean.
That was the one and only time I'm ever ordering Domino's with Dean.
So Cam,
I love this.
hear me out. If I'm Dean and we order Domino's right now, this could happen. How does it sound? 12:30.
Impeccable.
All right, we're ordering Domino's in an hour then?
Well, order Domino's this second. I'll do it live. Fuck it, I'll do it live.
Oh, this is great. All right, we'll do it then. I mean, I did have Domino's yesterday, but I'll eat it again.
Okay, well, I'm getting chicken wings. Because their pizza's garbage.
They got new stuffed crust.
I don't fucking care.
You're right.
It's
Garbage, sorry.
it's fucking it's whipped cream and a cherry on top of a pile of shit.
We should order the pizza on the podcast.
I just fucking said
Oh, did
that.
you? Oh, I don't pay attention. Anyway,
You're a prick.
Can I have the mouse back? We gotta. But that was. How did you like that?
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I got to hear about homeboy Dean and Jill and her stripper friends.
That's good. Because that was something new, right? It wasn't like we weren't really giving advice. We were just kind of hanging out with Dean and his friends and the strippers, right? You know, we were just there in that moment, right? So we're gonna try another new thing, I guess. And
Are you gonna be nice to me?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna keep asking.
Never gonna
until
happen.
It happens.
This is like a revenge story, right? Yeah, don't read ahead. So this person says that I made my ex believe that I was dead. Do you want to hear the reason for it?
I mean, kind of.
All right, cool. How about this? I don't want to read this one either. So I'll give the mouse to you and go for it.
That was a loud burp.
Yep. I can see it picked it up.
Hell yeah.
That's right. I'll let it out later.
No, that one keep in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Even better.
Little tidbit.
All right.
All right. You ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready for it. Do you want to read the name? Yeah, it's not so easy to remember, is it? You fucker.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Thank you for apologizing.
Did that make you happy?
It made me so happy.
God, yeah.
We don't even have the OnlyFans yet.
So much.
We'll make the OnlyFans. Not like that, but we'll.
How much should I charge for pictures of my butthole?
I think we got to pay them, so don't do that. It comes out of the company account, which is just my account.
All right, listen. We'll put this out there right now in the comments. If you want a picture of my butthole, let us know how much you'd be willing to pay. Brent apparently doesn't want to put pictures of his, so don't even bother about that.
It's gonna be great especially when you look at the audience of this podcast. One of
Our
which
friends
is
and family.
and my mom. Yeah, this is gonna be hilarious
I
when
love
they
your
hear
mom.
that. Read this.
I don't
story.
expect her to be someone who wants a picture of that.
Be a funny bit.
I love
though.
her too much.
Be a funny
I wouldn't
bit.
want to do that. That sounds like it'd be offensive. I respect your mother too much. And Ronnie. I
Okay.
respect them. I would not send them a picture of my butthole.
That's good. You can read this story.
You started this argument. This comes from outrageous_pen_2198.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
How ready?
I'm so ready because I haven't read
Do you want
this.
me to like read it as a bit?
I would
to do like a bit while I'm doing it.
This is not the one to do a bit.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe on the next one.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't believe you. 6 months ago, he left me for his ex that he assumed me was abusive.
Assured me he was abusive.
Assured?
Oh, when you have the mouse, you forget how to read. Isn't that funny, Cam?
Because I'm
Hey,
doing
fuck you.
things.
Yeah, it's not so easy. I want another apology. That would make me happy.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You always yelling at me, you idiot. Can't
I'll
read.
start over. You can
No.
cut that part out.
I'm not doing
6
shit.
months ago, he left me for his ex that he assured me was abusive, and he had no feelings.
Don't want to do a bit now?
Yeah.
No.
No apology, no explanation. Just blocked me on everything, and I never heard from him again. He lied about everything, and I only found out by chance. It was heartbreaking.
What does that
I'm
mean? You
sorry.
found out by chance.
Well, it means like she was blocked on everything, and then like someone was probably like, "Oh, did you hear so and so's dating someone else?" Or like,
I think
"Oh,
she was missing some red flags. This guy was clearly still into his ex.
Well, yeah, this guy kind of.
You know what I'm saying?
So. Oh no!
I almost, yeah. You want to do
I'm
a bit
sorry.
still, Cam? You want to still do a bit?
I mean,
Go ahead, read the next line.
kinda.
Go ahead, do a bit and read the next line. Go
I
ahead.
almost ended my life the day I found out. That's tough.
Is that a bit?
I mean, based on the feedback I've received, I should do a bit.
You should do a bit. Cam, make a stance. Come on, don't take the moral high ground. Do a bit.
Almost ended my life the day I found out.
That's what you go with?
Yeah, I mean, I panicked. What
That's
do you
it.
want from me?
That's your. Maybe you should be like in psychiatry mode,
Social work.
social work, same thing. We'll work on the bit, but keep reading.
Don't direct me. You're not my director. You're just another host.
I think I'd be a
Can
yeah.
we set
I'm a-
these roles?
do you know what I am? I'm a co-host.
No, you're see what I said though? See, I said another host and I didn't say co-host.
And you see what
I
I
am consistent.
You see what I said, and I didn't get mad about it.
I got mad about it because you're stupid and you're mean to me and I just want to make you happy.
I would love. You know what would make me happy? Read the story.
Is that what would make you
That
happy?
would make me happy. Read the story. All right, so she almost killed herself.
Every day since I
Why are you
just
doing
wanted
that?
him-
Stop doing that. Read the story.
Every day since, I just wanted him to know how much pain his actions could cause. I figured if he knew then, he wouldn't act that way. But instead of harassing him or begging him, I left it alone for 6 months. Fell into a deep depression and moved on with my life as best as I could. I'm sorry.
She moved on. I
Sad.
think.
Well, as best as she could. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but what happened yesterday?
Don't rush me. But I decided that if he ever did reach out, I would tell him I died.
So a weird thing to decide on.
Great bit. though.
Imagine her going, "Yep, nope, I decided this is what's gonna happen."
How would
Okay.
you feel if one day you were like, "Hey Kim, you ready to film the podcast?" And I just responded back, "No, I died."
That would be funny. Honestly,
Next tweet to go out. Sorry guys,
I
no more
died.
podcast. I died.
that would be funny.
Make him regret treating me like shit and throwing me away for all those months. Again, weird choice. I don't see that being my first choice of what to do. But
I mean, hey, she has a bit, and boy, is she gonna do it. I may not get it, but you cannot deny someone of a bit. Let's see if she is successful.
well, yesterday, I get a long apology text from him about how he mistreated me. I see I'm unblocked everywhere. I respond to him as my sister said that my family had been trying to contact him. I told him OP passed away and left a note with his name listing things she wanted to leave for him.
Also,
So she's pretending to be your sister.
Yeah, if I'm this guy, I'd be like, I don't believe it. I didn't see anything on Facebook. I didn't like. Kim, you just can't. Kim, you can't be like, I died. I didn't see an obituary.
Okay, you can't say I died. She's at least putting in the effort to say, "Hi, I'm guessing OP's sister."
Kim, the first thing I would do is like go on Facebook, and if people aren't like, because people always post on people's Facebook, "Sorry you died." It's stupid. If I don't see that,
are you implying that giving someone's family and friends condolences for an individual passing away is stupid?
No, I'm saying without that, how stupid are you to believe that she died? Look up an obituary. That would be what I would do. That's not what he does. He just goes, "Oh, fuck." Okay.
Hey, man, everyone's different, all right? Some people take things very seriously and literally.
Like, if your brother texts me, "Sorry, Cam died,"
you wouldn't question it.
You're right.
You would go, "Oh my God, really?" And then it would be like an 80s montage of you like having the best time of your life.
You're right. I wouldn't, but for different reasons. I would be like, I wouldn't care. That's why I wouldn't be like, "Oh shit." I'd be like, "Cool." If it's true, if it's not gonna affect my life.
It's like when in our group chat with our friends, I told you, "Hey, I don't have cancer," and you thumbs downed the message.
Yeah, it was funny.
Everyone else was like, "I'm happy to hear that. It's so I'm good. Like, I'm so happy you got checked out. Everything like that." Thumbs down from my best friend.
Yeah, well, because it was funny. Because think about this though. What if I have cancer? Now I have cancer alone.
Yeah, and that's what you deserve. But guess what? Because I love you, I'll take your cancer away.
You were like, "Oh, that mole on your back, you should get that biopsy. You might have cancer." And then I know what, you almost had me convinced, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm cancer free." Now I don't want to, because when I have cancer, now I'm alone. Now you make me depressed.
Well, if anything, you should get it checked so you know you won't be alone and depressed.
No, I'd rather just let it kill me silently, like alcohol.
Well, no, that doesn't kill you silently. It kills you with a good time.
That is true.
Yeah.
Hey, we should hear the end of the story.
Oh my God. Always rushing me. You never let me enjoy myself. You're like the opposite of me.
Yeah, and that gets me so turned on when you're not happy. Yeah, that still works. But you can do a bit, but I can't.
It's weird when you do it because it seems genuine when you do
a little genuine.
Yeah, that's gross, man. I don't want you fucking messing yourself. You're going to have to change your
What
genes
if I said
for the bonus episode.
What if I said though, but it makes me so happy, Cam?
Ugh. God, every time you're sexual, it's creepy.
Another mention of a bonus episode, which isn't going to happen. We both know
it's going
this.
to happen.
Okay. Maybe it will happen after we read this story.
You are just a little fucking... You know what? I should have a t-shirt that says fighting Nazis since fucking 2014 when I met you in high school because you're a fucking podcast Nazi.
Yo, speaking of t-shirts, our t-shirts came in.
They did.
No. Look on Instagram if you want to know what that's about. Anyways, Cam, read the story, please.
I just feel like every time you tell me to read the story, you're micromanaging me, and I don't appreciate that. Now I'm going to read the story, but I'm going to do it on my own accord, and you're going to stop talking. We good?
I don't care.
And he continues to talk. He seemed in shock. I told him I could mail the stuff to him if he wanted. He gave me his address, and I'm mailing it tomorrow.
This bitch is mailing her actual possessions for a bit. That's hilarious.
It's his possessions. Left over from when they were dating.
Oh, I thought it was like, oh, she wanted this for you. She wanted to leave this to you.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's less rude.
Oh, because that would be funny if he's like, oh, she wanted you to have this, and I'm going to send him my shit. Like, that's funny.
That would be a good bit.
I love how, hold on, that changes the story.
Can you let me finish the story?
No, because now that changes the story, because now he goes, oh, she died? Bummer. Anyways, I left a hoodie there. Can you send that back to me? Like, that changes the story. Anyways, Cam, finish the story already.
I'm going to do this because I want to. We will never, nope. He will never find out. We have 0 mutual friends. I never use social media, and our city is so big that we will never run into each other. I hope he feels like shit. I hope this taught him to never again treat someone that disposable. He treated me like I was already dead to him, so I just made it a reality.
Now, here's the thing. If that's a bit and he feels that way, great bit. Good thing he feels that way. Or, also funny if he goes, I don't care. I just wanted my stuff back. Also funny. I think regardless of how this story like actually takes place, hilarious. Either she succeeded in that bit, pretty great, pretty impressive, or he's like, yeah, I don't care about you. I just wanted my stuff back. Also hilarious. How's that? Though that was another new segment. That was like kind of like a revenge. Which one did you like better? Did you like the story? Or
I like the crazy story better.
The crazy story? Maybe.
Well, but we'll let our fans decide.
Maybe we do more stuff like that. But I will say, you have one in classic Camponte fashion, doing nothing creative, taking what you usually do, and this person wants advice. But I read the title, and it seems very interesting. So this one is, My Neighbor Keeps Killing My Dogs.
And you're going to tell me that that's not a title that grabs your attention?
So here's the thing, and I really thought we were kind of taking a different path. But if your neighbor is killing your dogs, Cam, what do we do?
Get safe. And post on it on Reddit.
Nope, you're missing it. You're missing a step. Get safe is right.
Whoop whoop.
Then go to the
police.
You gotta go to the police. You just now you yell at me when I bring these up, but I read yours and I go, this fucking guy got one.
Because when I do it in style.
Also, you yell at me for bringing up dog stories. You got police, you got dogs, and you yell at me.
Because when I do it right. When you do it, it just seems lazy.
Now, is this a sad story or is this like a ridiculous story that should not be a story?
Motherfucker, look at me right now.
You
think I read it?
Yeah.
The hell kind of fucking question is that?
Hey, can you let me inside your head for a minute?
Yeah.
When you saw the story, did you read it and you think, I'm going to do a bit? It's got police. It's got dogs. The bit's going to be, I'm going to deny that. Oh, we keep talking about this. Totally putting it in the episode.
No, I'll let you in my head for a minute. I read that title and I said, Brent's going to fucking love this.
I do love it. Anyways, who's this from?
Oh, wait. That made you happy?
You gotta stop. That's the name of this episode. What makes me happy? Did that make you happy?
Did that make you happy?
I love talking about episode titles in the episode after in my head when I record it. Always got a name.
Love that.
It is funny.
You know what's better though? If you read this story.
Nah, do you want me to read the story?
Yes.
If you stop talking. But I don't like when you tell me what to do. I have something else to say. I think to all our listeners, they should read the Spotify and Apple Music descriptions. The first one you did, it was boring and it sucked. But all the rest of them are from me. They're kind of funny.
I wrote a description for episode 1.
Yeah, it was we just cooking. Yeah, that's what your
Well, I
was.
mean, to be fair, we're just
cooking. Mine are like, have you read them? You haven't even read them.
You don't know that
you're
for
a
sure.
co-owner of this business and you haven't even read it.
I think I am also an owner of this business.
You have 2 Instagram posts, which are the same logo.
I have 3.
With links to the podcast, which you made me send you because you couldn't get them. What have you actually done?
I've been interacting with the fans.
This is crazy. I'm just
been
realizing
responding when we've been getting direct messages, and I've been doing a phenomenal job to the point where some people thought I was AI.
I'm running out of beverages. I gotta read
Let
the
me see
story. I hate
That's
you.
what you get.
This is my house. I gotta mop that
I
up.
know.
You fucking your mop. You're cleaning this room.
There's not even any spill. You suck that thing dry. I've seen you have a blow pop.
Anyway, so if you want me to read this one, anyways, so we know his neighbor keeps killing his dogs. Oh, you have to read the name though.
This is I ate hat.
Oh, he
dash.
ate a hat.
This guy ate a hat.
Yeah,
and then he dashed
funny.
away.
That's funny.
Did you just put that
No,
together?
I'm just saying that's funny. I don't know if I believe this guy now because this seems like this could be a bit, but let me read it. My neighbor keeps killing my dogs. All right, I knew that. I literally have him on camera crawling around my backyard. Oh my god, to stab my dog.
That's crazy, dude.
Okay.
Also, bold of him to see that happen one time and keep getting dogs because he said plural dogs.
That is true. Also, like, okay, so you got him on camera stabbing your dog. You got like a murder here. Like, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, clearly he wants to know if this is bad. That's why he's asking Reddit for some advice.
Interesting. That reminds me, I had another story that didn't make the docket, but it was about seeing a murderer on net. I don't know why that didn't make the docket.
Yeah, that would have been a story that I would like to see. I love murder and drugs.
Yeah, that didn't make the docket. Maybe that's
Throw
the bonus
strippers
of it.
in that one and you got a home run.
Anyways, I've sent the police multiple copies of my video, and they claim they cannot make out who it is. Even though I'm telling them who it is, that seems like it going around in circles.
That's I mean, to be fair, if you really can't 100% say, I mean, if you're familiar with this guy, yeah, you're going to know who it is. But the police need to,
it at least opens up an investigation.
Beyond a reasonable doubt, sorry.
This is the first time this has happened. Oh, well, it's good. If this is like a serial thing that's going on.
No, this isn't.
Oh,
look who's not reading now.
This mouse, we gotta get a new mouse. We gotta write that off.
Wait,
taxes,
we have a magic mouse that makes you stop being able to read?
I think it does.
Listen,
we get two mice.
For 400 currency, I can give you that ability without the mouse.
Hey, do you think we can connect two mice to a computer?
You know what we should do?
Try it out.
No, we should keep reading.
Oh, because then we can both have a mouse.
See, how does it feel? How does it feel when you're talking and you think you're doing good, and then someone interrupts
you? Do you know what I'm realizing?
Keep going to the story.
The mouse's power, and this show works better when you're not doing work. That's what I'm realizing.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Brent wants me to do less. Whatever will I do now?
And the police are doing nothing about it. This guy was sitting in my backyard for 3 hours, acting like nothing can be done. Okay, he sits around afterwards too. I'm sure it's because of the suck-ass country I live in.
What country do they live where it's okay to just murder dogs?
Definitely not America.
Must be Russia, dude. Russia sucks.
Must be Russia.
Russia sucks, dude.
Russia sucks.
I'm putting that hard line out there right now. Russia sucks.
It sucks unless it's, we need them. Yeah.
No. Them and North Korea, they can just go away. We don't need them.
North Korea can fuck off. I'll give you that. Clip that one and send it. But actually, don't. I may die.
No,
but also,
I think you secretly want to meet Kim.
No, here's the thing.
You want to meet Lil Kimmy.
Maybe you'll agree. They should fuck off, but they should exist in a very small aspect because it's kind of hilarious to see some of the bullshit they pulled off there. You know what I'm saying? I want them to exist on an island that no one can get to and not interact with the rest of the world. But I do want to keep tabs on them because it's funny.
So you want to use North Korea as a social experiment?
I do. Yeah.
Hey,
can I read this
your
story?
Your policy is North Korea, just a bit.
Just a bit, yeah. Anyways, any advice on what I can do other than killing his dogs?
Don't kill him. Wild, dude. I love this person. This person has Cam Ponte running through their veins.
You can always rely on a guy from Reddit thinking the solution to a crime is more crime. That is... If there's one thing we can rely on, to always go to the police and your solution is always more crime.
This is my favorite person right now because his theory is, my neighbor keeps killed my dog. Let's keep getting dogs and see what happens. And then he's just like, wow, this happened a couple times now.
How many dogs have died?
Should I kill his dog?
I feel like he's asking, but he's already done it.
These are important questions.
How many dogs have died? But I feel like they're just going back, killing each other's dogs. Stop doing this. Both of you got arrested.
That could be cool because listen.
No.
If this was like a Game of Thrones story, this could be like the thing that they do where it's like for years and years and years, these two families have been feuding because every time one of them gets a dog, the other family gets annoyed and kills it. And it's like, oh, who really started the feud? And it's like, oh, it's been 1,000 years. We always killed the dog.
Kim, I was reading. I was reading on.
You weren't listening?
No, I wasn't. Shocker. I love how this guy. You thought that was a joke. Should I kill his dogs? No. He's actually like thinking it over.
I didn't think it was a
joke. He's
joke.
thinking it over.
I fully, completely understood that this man thought
that
was the right action. The next line was,
I can't see myself stabbing an innocent dog. Okay, good. I can't either. Why are you thinking about this? Why are you thinking about this? Do not do this.
It's an important question.
And when me and my family ran down on him, what does that mean?
Like I'm pretty sure they saw him trying to kill the dog and they ran out into the yard and was like, hey, knock it off.
He acted like he didn't know why we were talking about it. Why we were talking. I mean, it usually goes from stabbing animals to stabbing people, right?
That's not a fair correlation.
No.
Like think of like a butcher. They kill animals sometimes.
I'm not saying
they're
you're
not
wrong, but what he's saying is going like, yeah, he's killing my dogs. I mean, I don't care about the dogs, but am I gonna be okay?
No, it is actually
Fucked up, yeah.
No, it's a sign
no
for
shit.
some serial killers. They start like
I
killing
know.
animals. No, that's right. I didn't put those
I
pieces together. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
And you're supposed to be the social worker on the show? Bad social worker.
I'm not a cop. I'm a
You
social
clearly.
worker. I can say don't
First
kill
round of
animals.
trouble, you
I don't need
leave.
to tell you what could happen if you
I'm
do
so
keep
glad you're
killing
not a
them.
therapist. I'd be
I'd be a great therapist.
this person
Tell me
would-
a problem.
This person,
Tell me a
I'm
problem.
gonna tell you a whole scenario. This person would tell you that they're killing dogs. Then they would go out and kill people. Then you would be like, yeah, that's wild. They were my client. I couldn't see that. Really, Kim? They did say they were killing animals.
See, what you're describing is the difference between a bachelor's degree and a master's degree or a doctorate.
Wild. It took you only that far to get a bachelor's? Wild.
I got everything except that.
Wild.
Because I mean, wait. See, the thing when you're in classes, you know, when it gets more specialized, like the psychology of criminals, those are like master's levels classes.
I don't care.
When you're in the lower levels, it's a lot more basic.
I don't care.
You're the one that's bringing it up.
Yeah, just so I can
Keep
drink a
reading.
little bit. Oh my God. This guy actually, police on both of them, Cam. I'm heavily armed. This
Tracks.
sounds like
That tracks.
he could also be a serial killer, and so are my family members. But I'm trying to be peaceful without committing a war crime or killing somebody.
I say go full send.
No. Well, you say go full send. Know what?
You don't have to kill the dog, but if
Cam-
he's killed multiple
Cam,
of
if you
your
say go
dogs,
full
that
send,
at
I'll
least
give you
equals
another
one
ruling.
person.
That is wild. I love how he goes from, should I kill his dogs? Nah, I can't do that. But I do have a small arsenal that I could kill a man with.
That's a man who's prepared.
He has good reasoning, but also this guy is fucked up. What is going on in his head?
I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is. I'm pretty sure how
This was 13 days ago.
this is like more realistic John Wick.
I think, true. I've never seen the movies, but I know that.
Yeah, no, they're good movies.
I think if you're the police in that country, wherever you are, apparently, maybe arrest both of them. Because there's some crazy shit going on.
No, because technically the guy who owns the dogs hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, but
We don't know like
Cam,
the gun policies in,
13
in
days
that
ago.
country.
13 days ago. I believe his dogs are no longer dying. Let me just say that.
You think he didn't murder him?
I think, because you notice with the dog part, he goes, oh, I can't, bring myself to it. Never a second thought with killing someone, though.
Well, yeah, because this is clearly a bad person.
I mean, oh, really? What gave that away?
He's stabbing dogs. He's a dog stabber.
So, I mean, that was wild. I'm glad, hey, even though you didn't do anything original, I'm glad you had a good story, at least.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to think my stories are better than yours.
Well, we'll let the listeners decide. Do
Well,
you
they've
like the new
mostly-
format?
No, I'm saying in general.
I'm not asking
I've
you.
gotten more feedback that my stories were better than yours. So
Well, I also got feedback of, oh, why do you order things the way that you do? That's weird. And then Cam, literally, before we record, I said, all right, how do you want to order these? You go, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I said, really? Because literally that was the feedback. You go, I'll put them in any order.
well, to be fair,
And then I said, no, we can't do
doesn't
that.
change the fact that I told you to do whatever you wanted, and you picked a shitty one.
Wild.
I'm like, yeah, put whatever ones whenever you want. And you're like, okay, let's make all the wrong choices.
You're like, hey, I just want you to do all the work, so I don't have to do anything.
Exactly. Now, see, why are you complaining if you know exactly what I'm doing in my reasoning?
Anyway, I mean, I will say, if the listeners like that, though, maybe we do that as a format,
You know
or
what-
maybe we
You
scrap
know
it.
what the listeners really like, though?
No.
When you are happy.
Okay, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Is that, I mean,
How
do you...
can I make you happy?
Oh, I know what can make me really happy.
What?
You want to make me happy?
Yeah.
Do the outro.
That's ridiculous, dude.
What?
I can't believe that you just want to sit here and try to shut me up and
Do it.
just make me do things in a stupid way. I don't appreciate that at all.
You're not doing that. Cam, no, like, do the outro, give me the fucking lollipop. You are not Cam, no one wants to hear you sucking.
We want to thank you
Cam,
guys for
Give me the
listening.
lollipop.
Keep in mind,
Give me
we
the
are
lollipop.
streaming on Spotify. stop. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We will be having a video aspect of the podcast on YouTube, so feel free to come look at our beautiful... Are you kidding me?
You can't beat him. Join him. Oh, it's butterscotch.
That is like the worst flavor. We know that nobody asked for this podcast, but we already made it, so you might as well listen anyway. Fucking good, right? You piece of shit! You're a piece of shit and you're ruining my outro!
Only the butterscotch. Do the outro already, God. Did you do
Don't
the outro?
forget to add any comments, questions, concerns, inquiries about Brent's butthole pictures to noneaskpod@gmail.com.
We're gonna hit
Anything
so
else to add, Brent?
Yeah, we're gonna hit so much sax in the beat
So
because
much
I
sax.
play that outro music when we start talking, and this outro is a new record of the longest.
I'll tell you what. If you're a good boy, I'll give you some sax right after the show.
Help.
Like I said, get ready for the OnlyFans. Thank you for listening.